At least I cannot understand the difference between good character and sagacious. I mean, good character is something different from sagacious. Is good character different from being righteous? Non-profligate. What does that even mean? What does non-profligate mean? What does it mean?
Who doesn't spend wastefully.
Israf.
Yeah.
So good character.
Yeah.
So if you are doing wuzu and wasting water, you become a profligate. Because there's a hadith of the Prophet.
That's right.
Do not waste water, and even if you're standing next to a flowing river. So then he's a profligate. So, and then we go honest. Good character, every good character person is an honest person, I would imagine. And Ameen. I mean, these are words which a Muslim would never even dare utter in deference to the Holy Prophet, that only he is and none of us are. I mean, that is humility and abject humility. You will never say that. Otherwise, why would you seek forgiveness for whenever someone dies? Please forgive his sins. Do we ever say he's entitled to Jannat and Allah Ta'ala grant him Jannat? He never committed a sin. We don't even pray that for ourselves. No honest person will say any of these things, that he is sagacious, righteous, non-profligate. Even the greatest saints in Islam were scared when they were dying, that they were scared of death because they were apprehensive of what may they be meeting in the hereafter. So I don't know, is this generally a wish list kind of situation as opposed to because otherwise everybody can, if I was filing a lamination paper and if someone says he's not of good character, I would not even challenge it. I said, I'm sure I've done something wrong in my life. Maybe I've done it wrong yesterday, so I don't know. So if you're honest and you say, right, this person is right, I am not sagacious, righteous, non-profligate, honest. I do not switch off the lights when I go out of a room. I waste electricity. I waste human resources which the Almighty provides. So where does it end then? I can bring any case into disqualify someone, and I want to save someone, I can also do the same thing.
That's why.
Should such power vest in judges who are themselves humans?
That's why
They want a greater test for parliamentarians than they have for themselves. Does this language find mention in the oath of office of a judge? That I'm not profligate? Does it mention in the recommendations of a judge? All it says you have to be 45 years of age, practicing law for 10 years.
It could be
so we have a lower standard than parliamentarians. Why is this language then not reflected there as well? Let's accuse ourselves before we accuse anybody else what they are or what they are not. So either we have a much lesser test, we can't, at least I would be very scared to meet this test, terrified to meet this test. And we must bear in mind the conditionalities that were imposed to exclude people from this, the degree situation. Thankfully, it wasn't there when the Qaid was around, because he would have been disqualified.
That's right.
He wasn't a graduate.
Amendment कब हुई?
I don't know why these vague words were introduced. You could have simply said A, B, C, D, like every other thing is factual. Either it's a yes or it's a no. Are you of good character? Please don't answer this question. But which person would say this? It would be a very audacious person who would say, I'm honest, Ameen, and everything. And then probably he will be making other claims which will be totally not permissible. So simple validation is a bitter pill which has been swallowed from time to time to get democracy back on the rails. Would you not agree with that, since we consider you a constitutional expert, to consider validation at par with a constitutional provision, or it has to be read in the context of, because this judgment also says in space and time. The space then was a dictatorship. Either you continue another 10 years of a dictator or get some sort of a diluted form of democracy, get us back on the rails, whichever is better. So probably the parliamentarians, we should not always condemn the parliamentarians. We should see the difficult circumstances that they work under. We should respect them. And what would you have done? Let's put yourself in the position of parliament, make yourself a parliamentarian then, that you would, validate something which you may not be very happy with, but at least get business back on track. How would you personally attend to it?